Hold up. Oh, sick. All right.
Got it?
Is that great?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have finally figured out how to record these episodes. So I used
Can you
what
explain
Craig.
who Craig is?
It's basically a bot that records stuff in a Discord call, and yeah.
Why are you doing your podcasty voice? Oh no, we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everybody, what's up?
We can edit.
Sorry for the
We can edit.
this is more funny because this is out of hinge. Anyways, so
Anyways, let's go. 3, 2, 1, action.
hello people, and welcome to the MSG cast, the movies, shows, and gaming. Now, this one's interesting because it's not the one anymore that I was doing by myself. This time I'm with a couple of friends.
Hey guys.
So hi friends.
What's up?
They're a little bit nervous.
Well, I'm not nervous. It's hard to tell what
I'm
you want to say.
excited.
All right, now
Yeah.
let's get into it today. So first things off, we're going to be talking about we're going to introduce your co-host. We're also going to talk about the Switch 2, our thoughts of it, and stuff like that. We're going to talk about Fantastic Four and then what we do here on the channel. Sound good?
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So let's get things started. So let's start with you, EJP. With MSG standing for movies, shows, and gaming.
That's it.
Can you give me some of your favorite movies and what kind of genre of movies you like?
Well, my favorite movie is Fight Club. Just has so much to it that I don't want to explain. But and in terms of genre, I don't mind anything. Like I'll watch anything as long as it's good, like good quality, great quality. Like yeah.
Fair. And shows wise, what about shows?
I actually prefer shows over movies, like nowadays, especially. My favorite currently is Mad Men, but I'm currently watching 2 shows at the moment: 6 Feet Under and The Shield. And just same with genre-wise, like anything is great for me.
Just give us an idea now, gaming wise.
Gaming-wise, I'm starting to like my favorite is probably Red Dead Redemption 2. I got a lot on my playlist. I'm gonna play Elden Ring, and my recent one was Ghost of Tsushima, which was pretty good.
Now, give me an idea of what your gaming life is like.
Not, I'd say it's more than I guess a little more than movies. Sometimes it can be both. It can go above each other, but I just love to like spend more time with that.
All right, now we're going to move on to our second co-host named Iron Spider. Hello.
What's up?
Now, do you want to give us an idea of what the questions I just asked EJP over here? Can you give me an idea of that for me, please?
Okay, so the first question regarding movies can roughly be answered by one word: Marvel. I love everything Marvel. It's a great conversation starter with me. Now, my favorite TV show, probably Doctor Who. I love Matt Smith's run. I love what he did with the character. It's my favorite thing to watch.
Oh, can you say that again, please?
Which part?
About the Doctor Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who. I love Matt Smith's take on the character. I love what he did with it. It's just one of my favorite shows right now.
Give us an idea of what your life is like gaming-wise.
So, There's a few games that I like. Right now, I've been spending a lot of time playing Marvel Rivals. It's actually my character icon. I've been playing since it first came out. And that's basically what I've been spending most of my time on.
And for me, movies-wise, huge Star Wars fan, huge fan of anything fantasy sort of thing. Love that. Shows-wise, same with like Star Wars shows. I love most of the Star Wars shows. We don't talk about shows such as The Acolyte. Nervous Chuckle there, and gaming-wise, I like a lot of sports games and stuff like that. All right, let's properly get into it today with our first topic regarding the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Been out for about a month now. I've got my own opinions at the end. I want to hear your guys' opinions, starting off with EJP, please.
Well, to start off, as a little disclaimer, I'm not actually a Nintendo kid. I'm a PS5 kind of guy. But
That's kind of why I wanted
really
to.
one experience.
Start with you. I wanted
Yeah.
to start with you for that reason.
Yeah, that's all great. But I have had an experience with Nintendo, like for a couple years.
I think I think everyone's good experience with Nintendo, especially with like the Wii and stuff.
Yeah. I love the Wii more.
Yeah, Wii was like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
So,
I would just mostly play Mario Kart on there, like Mario Kart 8. Pretty.
the Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart's Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
Which we're going to talk about later. And Iron Spider, what about you?
Well, so firstly, I am a Nintendo player. I have a Switch. I've had one for a very long time. But I do also play PlayStation, which is what I've been spending most of my time on. But yeah, I have some thoughts about the Nintendo Switch 2. Like, does it really need a mouse?
I think they're trying to incorporate different. I think they're trying to incorporate. I think it's going to be used in the future to stuff we're not made aware about yet. I think it could make for an interesting for the next Mario Party game though. Have some like, especially with the new Mario Party Jamboree TV expansion thing for it. It's adding onto it in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, it has potential to be used. I just think I'm just not sure if it was worth it. Also, the voice chat. That's definitely not going to get abused.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not. No,
Wink.
for me,
Kind of like Roblox with their voice chat.
Oh, that's no. When they first announced Game Chat, I still kept on seeing so many memes of how that's going to turn into like 2009 COD lobbies.
Oh no. Yeah, we are screwed.
Okay. Now, I'm putting disclaimer in. I am 100% fully Nintendo committed kid. I grew up on the 3DS and the Wii and the Wii U. Then got the Switch on launch when it first launched in 2017. So I've had mine for about 8 years without getting a new one. Of course, I did get the Switch Lite when it came out as well. But since then, I haven't had anything. But in a couple of weeks' time, I am going to buy the Switch 2.
But a couple days prior to But a couple of days prior to this episode, Pancake Gamer and I have been just been deciding what he should get, a PS5 or a Nintendo Switch 2. But the wheel has decided.
Yeah, for the Switch 2. Yeah, that was a funny couple of days.
Wheel has decided.
Yeah, like the spinning, like spin the wheel.
Yeah.
You seriously let a spinning wheel decide what console you're gonna buy?
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Just not
It is
something.
what it is.
For me, I like bigger Joy-Cons. I like the new bigger SL and SR buttons. I like how in handheld mode it's 180p automatically with the HDR screen. And when you plug it into your TV,
you gotta have more keys.
And when you plug it into your TV, it goes up to 4K. Apparently, that's like
Oh yeah,
really
you
good.
gotta look at that.
And it also supports up to 120 FPS games. So we're gonna start seeing a lot more like big, like for example, Madden. Madden hasn't been on a Nintendo console since 2001.
Whoa.
So that's a really big thing this year. Yeah, Madden's huge. And I think that's a big thing this year. Then that just proves to show what games we could get in the future, such as the Jedi games, Call of Duty potentially. Like we just see, like we could get so many more AAA games on there. And yeah, I think
Yeah.
also another really big selling point for me is the different mini features it has, not the bigger stuff, like the minier features. Like it's just the little stuff that adds up for me with a Switch 2.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Now that we've all got our thoughts behind us, let's move into talking about games wise and how we think games are running so far in it. I've seen
Like
Cyberpunk.
just in general.
Yeah, I've seen Cyberpunk. Takes 2 seconds slower than the PlayStation to load it. What do we think about that?
Not a very good
Speaking
sign.
of games, what was your favorite entry at the Summer Games Festival?
I didn't see that.
No, you didn't? Oh, you're missing out, man. I'm really excited for Big Walk from House.
I was actually interested in playing that. No. Look, it didn't come out with the best launch games, neither did the Switch one. The Switch one only came out with Breath of the Wild, and that's about it.
What about Mario Kart World looks to be
one of the best Mario Karts we've had in a while.
I was gonna say an experience.
Look, in my opinion, from what I've seen with Mario Kart World, it's like one of the better games we've had. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, outstanding game, love it. But it just was like, it felt too old, especially if you played the Wii U Mario Kart 8, so the original version on the Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and it just got old too quickly. We haven't, in my opinion, Mario Kart Wii is like one of the greatest games of all time. Can't top that. But I think I haven't played it yet, but I think Mario Kart World will be able to top it.
Yeah. Also, have you seen how big the character select screen is? It's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah, I know. I'll just find Moo, and that's about it for me.
I hear there's some easy shortcuts to find some characters though.
Look, Mario Kart World, it looks like a much more improved game, especially if like there's a lot more things you can actually do. The shortcut, like grind rails and stuff like that, that just changes the game completely.
Also, the open world function.
Free roam, I like it. You can just get in an 8-wheeler. You can just get in an 8-wheeler and cause absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm not gonna get it straight away. I'm gonna wait a bit.
Still have not seen the trailer for that. Sorry. I'm just not a Donkey Kong fan.
EJP, any game ideas you've seen from the Switch 2 yet, which you would at all be interested other than Mario Kart?
Jedi games could definitely work well.
I think for someone like you, if let's say you were to buy a Switch 2, and I don't think you'd want to buy the PlayStation portable, you'd buy the Switch 2, and the only way I think you'd buy the Switch 2, you can take it around wherever if the Jedi games and Red Dead came out on it.
Yeah.
I think for you that'd be a huge selling point to actually buy it. Because that means you can play those games. Yeah, because that means because remember like 2 years, remember like last year when you were complaining to me how you really can't play those games portable.
Yeah. Also, the rumors that Red Dead 2 could arrive on the Switch 2 by the end of 2025.
If we got Cyberpunk on it, and we had Red Dead 1 on the Switch 1, I think we're gonna get Red Dead 2 on the Switch 2.
Red Dead 1 is already on the original Switch.
Yeah, I know, that's what I said. Yeah,
I'm actually interested in seeing Red Dead 2 on the Switch 2 because that is just the most beautiful looking game ever.
Look, if Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out on the Switch 2, I'll buy it. I'll go over to your place and I'll let you experience it.
Yeah, I've experienced someone I've had experience with.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just the big AAA games such as EA, which is I understand why some AAA companies such as EA, Insomniac, those sort of companies haven't actually had time to release these games yet because they haven't worked with the new software system yet. So that's, I think, completely understandable why we haven't seen that much games as well.
Mm.
Oh, whilst we're talking about games, and whilst I said Insomniac, did you guys see the leak?
Leak
leak?
for
For the Wolverine game?
No, I
I
haven't.
haven't seen that, but I am very excited.
Gameplay got leaked on X, I think it was, and yeah.
Really?
It's dope.
I actually did see
that.
A leak way back when Insomniac got hacked.
Yeah,
Did you just say
this
Insomni hacked?
Yes, I know it's a dry pun, but I just had to.
Yeah. All right.
No, I like it.
I think Iron Spider's going to like this next bit of our show.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much. Can we pause right now? I gotta take a call real quick.
Don't know how to pause this thing.
Or just no. Never mind. Just like hold on. You'll edit it out.
Yeah. Actually, no. Once you go take that, Iron Spider and I will have a quick discussion.
Okay.
All right. Well, whilst our friend EJP goes through that, we're not going to talk about the next topic. Let's just finish off a little bit more discussion about the Switch 2.
All right. Yeah.
What games from AAA studios do you think we'll be able to see in the future? So that's those big studios which create a lot of stuff.
I'm really hoping for some mainstream kind of games, like especially new releases. Newer releases I'm expecting. Not hoping, but I think it's a bigger possibility than older games being ported is newer games adapting to it.
Now, what I want to do as well is are you going to get Pokemon Legends ZA on the Switch 1 or the Switch 2?
Oh, when does it drop again?
16th of November. The 16th of the 10th.
Oof. That's actually a really tricky question. Probably Switch 1, because the Switch 1 version you can play on the Switch 2.
But yeah.
Also, I'm not even sure if I'll have a
I'm
Switch 2 by then.
seeing what Nintendo was actually able to do with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with the free upgrade. I was originally going to buy the Switch 1 version of Pokemon Legends ZA, but once seeing that, I'm like going, I don't want to see that lag stuff. I'm going to buy the Switch 2 edition. Yes, it costs $20 more, but I feel like I'll get a much more better, more enjoyable gaming experience doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you make a good point. I will think about that.
Yeah, I think Pokemon Legends ZA is one of those games at the moment, since Legends Arceus was so good. A lot of people are really excited about it, and I'm just praying it doesn't let us down like what Pokemon Scarlet and Violet did.
Yeah, what do you reckon our next non-Legends game will be?
We're obviously going to get this. Obviously, Legends ZA, of course, is going to start the Gen 10 era.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of theme it's going to go with. Let's list it out. We've got of course, the basic Battle Royale theme sort of thing with Kanto. Sinnoh is
Yeah.
sort of like a historical one. We've had islands, we've had school twice technically, in a sense technically with Pokemon Sun and Moon, but that was technically more islands. We've had
Yeah.
an actual competition sort of thing with where the Pokemon League is a lot more bigger than what it is in other games, like fans and stuff. I mean, all the Pokemon Leagues are big, but not like in regards of it's like sort of like a national sport with Gala.
Yeah, I love the Gala games. Reminded me of big soccer tournaments, you know?
Yeah.
Europe,
Um.
all the fan turnout and everything.
Yeah, and then
The
the hype music.
songs.
Look. I'll go back. Let me just say this last thing. Gen 10, I don't know at the moment, but for Gen
Yeah.
10, I would like something a bit more sort of it touches base like for example with like X and Y that was a really good game touching base with the the Xerneas and Yveltal, and especially Sun and Moon with Solgaleo and Lunala, really making sure those are key features. Yes, you could ride it on Maridon, but that was the only feature they really had story wise. And of course, the Titan thing. And then yeah, Gen 10 is just gotta be. I think Game Freaks now realize what they can do, and I think Gen 10 will actually be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now that EJP is back and our little Pokemon rant is over, let's properly get into our Fantastic Four discussion. Now,
Fantastic.
IGN of course dropped the trailer. Was it
No,
this last
IGN
night?
did not drop the trailer. Marvel Entertainment dropped the
Well,
There's
trailer.
plenty
Marvel,
other
Marvel,
channels that would drop the
yeah,
trailer.
I
Come
saw
on.
I saw it drop through IGN. Okay,
IGN re-releases trailers. It's what they do.
I know, but I'm
Marvel
subscribed.
Entertainment dropped the trailer first, and it was the first channel I watched it on. Then I rewatched it like 3 times.
Okay, now it looks interesting. I can't say
It's
much because I've
really
got no clue
interesting.
what.
It looks.
I'll let Iron Spider take the lead here, and I'll just say my EJP, and I will say our thoughts. You take it away, Iron Spider.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Ha 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 ha.
Please continue, Iron Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, a few things. I love the continuing joke about how everyone is trying to get the thing to say it's clobbering time, and he just refuses to say it. I love that.
That
That's
gives
going
me
to be
Lego Marvel nostalgia.
yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes.
For a second in the trailer, I was scared Galactus was going to show up in like some sort of cloud or something again. Looks like he's got this big machine thing, which could be a thing from the comics that he uses to devour planets, or it could be something new. Whatever it is, I just hope I hope it fits well. I hope it's not like out of place. Also, our first proper glimpse at Galactus, like not his shadow or just his feet, it looks so good.
Mm.
And
Does it look good?
oh, it looks amazing. It looks brilliant.
Mm.
It looks a little dark in some scenes, a little edgy. It's giving me Fant 4 stick vibes, Fantastic Four 2015 vibes. Ugh,
Look,
that was a mistake. Just
I
mistake
don't
upon mistake.
I honestly don't know how this is going to sell in the box office. Of course, Iron Spider, you and I are going to be. I know you and I want to go see it in the movie thing, which is
Yeah,
a week of
I'm
my
gonna go see it.
birthday.
I'm gonna take you all to see it. I am
I
Yeah,
don't think
going to
definitely.
see it twice when it comes out.
I don't know. I honestly, we'll go watch it. I'll give like a sort of review, but other than that, I don't know anything really about Marvel. I'm not really that big. I've watched all the Spider-Man sets, like the Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and
Haven't you seen Avengers? Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I saw. I've seen. Yeah, have I not watched the Avengers? Blood. But that's
Yeah,
about it.
I was just trying to clarify that.
I've also watched all the Iron Man, so I don't really like get into the lore. I just like watching the movies. I don't get into
Yeah.
the lore like I do with
They're
Star Wars, for
beautifully
example.
written movies. But yes,
So,
I love. Sorry.
my experience, sorry, my experience with the MCU. Like how many movies I've seen. I'll get more in depth, but I've seen the entire Infinity Saga, but I've only really seen some of the new saga. I'll get
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love how I love the chemistry of the team, and as we've seen in the trailers, it just the stellar cast they've put together. It's going to do so well.
Mm.
Now, for Pancake Gamer
It's,
and I's thoughts, we'll start with Pancake Gamer.
I'm just gonna go watch it and then I'll give my thoughts. I can't really give. I don't like EJP. You've known me for a while now. I don't really like to give my thoughts until after I've seen it.
Yeah, obviously.
What about you?
Well, I don't like Marvel anymore. Like I used to be a big fan, like back in its peak, like Phineas Saga. But
Mm.
I still watched like the Phase 4, all of Phase 4, but that was back when I didn't know anything about movies or shows, especially. But now I'm grown up. Just like I've stopped watching Marvel ever since like 2022. With Thor: Love and Thunder, and that same year the Batman came out, and like that's just what made me want to like comic book movies to just be more like that, the Batman. Um, just
What
like
dark
it's
pretty.
or just like more. They just need to like Marvel films don't necessarily need to get dark. They just need to get more mature, and then I'll like praise it.
The
Yeah.
thing is, that's not what Marvel is. Marvel's
Yeah,
not meant
well,
to be this dark, mature thing. It's meant to be a pink and purple Galactus flying in space with a silver surfboard guy
yeah, no,
and
look,
these
I'm not
people in.
saying it has to be realistic. I'm just
Yeah.
saying like I just feel like they need to I just hate the comedy in Marvel films. Like there's specific parts where like we're really getting into like the seriousness tone, and then the jokes just interrupt things. Like I remember this one Shang-Chi scene where he's sharing his backstory, and then this joke interrupts it and goes on for too long, and then they go back into the seriousness, but it's too late. Like
Yeah. Plot lost. Look, I do think that there is a problem with recent comedy in Marvel. And yeah, they do have struggles balancing tones between seriousness and funny, but I do believe that they can find a balance. For me
Mm.
personally, it's like this. DC is watercolors and Marvel is pastels. It's bright, it's colorful, it's noticeable.
but anyway,
All right. Now that
I feel like I should get into
all right.
Fantastic Four now. It looks decent. I'll say that. Just for me, it looks decent. Doesn't look amazing. Doesn't look absolutely unbelievable. I just feel like it might be the first decent, at least from what I've seen, which is none, Fantastic Four films. Like, because honestly, I have zero interest in watching the other ones.
Yeah,
Even
you're not missing much. They're terrible.
yeah,
Mm.
Well, not terrible.
I don't
They're
know.
terrible.
All right. So now that we've done this would be where viewers would put in some Q&A questions, and the only one I was able to find was from Manish Fernando 6228. He has two questions.
Oh dear God.
Daddy,
One of them,
Reddit.
yeah, you saw one of them. Yeah, one of them was yes, Daddy. The second one was, can I be a weirdo? I do a lot of gaming, and I got an Xbox, and we'll get a new PlayStation soon. I've just
What
got
do we
one thing to
say?
say.
Yay or nay?
We could consider it.
No,
We could
not at
consider
all.
like a surprise guest or something.
No, not at all. All right. Thank you all for watching for today, and stay weird.
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing about
Oh, come on!
Fantastic Four.
No.
No, I need this thing to say.
Concluding is
Marvel.
concluding.
I have very high hopes. Do not disappoint me, Marvel.
Exactly.